Welcome back to another edition of Talk Nerdy to Me. I am your host, Troy Stegner. Before we get into this comic book review, I'm going to ask you to please do me a favor. Subscribe to this channel, man. It's free. Don't cost anything. Just subscribe. And hit the bell icon so that you're notified whenever we put up new content. Now that's out of the way. Looky, comic booky. Look at this. It's another number one, DC Comics, Wonder Girl. This is a relatively newer character. I believe she came out of Future State. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think she's going to be the future version Wonder Woman. This is Yara Flor. She is, and they have verified, yes, she is Brazilian. She is from Brazil. If you read Future State Wonder Woman, you know a little bit about her. She's I think she's part Amazonian, part Brazilian. It does a lot of flashback stuff in the beginning about her, and then about Queen Nubia. Jumps over to Themyscira, which is where Wonder Woman's from. And in between, it's showing her in current time. She was raised in the U.S., pretty far from Brazil. She was raised by her aunt, who didn't really tell her much about her heritage. So she wants to figure it out. So she's going to Brazil to do that. And she gets to Brazil, and she's on a tour bus. They find out, there's a big wreck. She goes and she actually saves somebody from the wreck. There's a big explosion, because everybody knows whenever cars wreck, they always explode. Always, right? No. But in comics, they do. So, that one exploded. She saved the person. And then it jumps to, I'm not sure why the page is sideways, but it's showing, the three different queens, Hera, Nubia, and I don't remember the other one. They're all calling for her because she has something to do with the future. She's at this scenic waterfall there in Brazil, and the next thing you know, she's leaning over to look, and she's hearing music coming up from the water. And the next thing you know, a golden bolo on a chain wraps around her, drags her into the water, and the whole time you're hearing this music, and the next thing you know is, boom, she's got like this mermaid person surrounding her. And it looks like she's doesn't appear to be dead underwater, but we don't know. I guess, is this mermaid going to be taking her to one of those three queens? What does this really mean? So obviously she doesn't know that she's Wonder Girl at this point. At least at no point in here does it show her in costume or displaying any of her powers. So this is it's a decent intro. It gets you a little acquainted with the character. If you didn't read Future State, and I avoided Future State, I had no interest in that. And maybe I should have, because I guess they're introducing lots of new characters. The future Batman, you got future Wonder Woman here. We will see. There's been other Wonder Girls in the past, and they have been kind of, like Donna Troy and a few others. They never really caught on that big. Let's see how this Yara Flor is. She, like I said, from Brazil, so she's got that kind of checks the box for DC's diversity, I guess. I love that they're doing it with a new character instead of retconning an old character. Instead of calling her Wonder Girl, I kind of wish they would have came up with a new title for her. But I'm not entirely upset with this. I love the new outfit. It's not a complete fan service to guys. She looks to be a very attractive woman, but she's not showing a whole bunch of skin except for the legs. But other than that, I like it. Would I subscribe to it? Not yet, not yet. I would pick it up off the shelf this week and maybe number 2, see if it's going to be worth subscribing to. Still a lot of unanswered questions for me. I need to see. I need to see what her powers are. Is she going to be comparable to Wonder Woman? Is she going to have her own set of powers? Maybe I should have read Future State. I don't know. Anyway, there you have it. That is my review of Wonder Girl #1 from DC Comics. Hey, now that that's over, I'm going to ask you again, please subscribe. And while you're at it, hit the bell icon. You'll be notified whenever we put up a new video. And until you see that new video, later, nerd.
Get nerdy with me. Tell me what game that you get on. Is it card or read? What kind of class do you play, girl? In an RPG?